Now, this afternoon here at the Aging Asia Elder Care Operations Seminar, we're going to be joined by industry leaders for a deep dive into this evolving landscape, I call it, right, of elder care operations. We'll be exploring, innovative solutions, best practices, and strategies to future-proof elder care services while maintaining the quality, the sustainability, and the financial efficiency. For our next segment, we've brought in Healthcare Integrated Technologies, who will tell you more about how they plan to transform the future of senior care. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to VP International Sales and Enablement at Healthcare Integrated Technologies, Mr. Theo Davis.
How many of you have an aging parent? Please raise your hands. Thank you. How many of you believe you will be an aging parent someday? Raise your hands. How many of you never raise your hands in public no matter what I say? Okay, good. No one raised their hands there. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Theo Davis, as mentioned. And before we share the what and the how of our company, perhaps we can share a little bit of the why, and I'd like to just start with my why. A little bit about me. I was born here in the Lion City of Singapore. For the Chinese speakers, 我的妈妈是新加坡人，我的爸爸是英国人，华人。Huh? Can? I get a clap. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And a fun fact about me is I am in the film Crazy Rich Asians, which is also funny because I'm not crazy, certainly not crazy rich, but I am at least half Asian, so half qualified. But I just wanted to share a bit about the why, because I spent 5 years at Google as a senior executive, and I ran our go-to-market enablement for products, solutions, and technology for all of our field. And Google Cloud, which is the company I helped build, overtook YouTube as the fastest growing and ultimately a bigger revenue than YouTube. And that helped me make a decision actually to come here, and I'll explain why. But first, let me share a little bit about my why, as I promised. Here is my why. This is my hero. It's my mum. And she, as you can see, we have a big family, and she also did her citizen's duty in Singapore, which is have at least more than 2 children, right? 3 children. There's my brother and my sister. And it wasn't easy for us in the last, really, 10 years. Because unfortunately, my mum, when we were waiting for a taxi at Holland Village, you know the days when you used to have to flag a taxi? Remember that? And then the green would go by. Hey, why did they leave? Then it would change color, right? And we were waiting for a taxi, and unfortunately, as one arrived, she took a step and misstep and fell and unfortunately broke both of her ankles. I mean, it's so painful. And I was there. So we were there. And luckily enough, my sister is a doctor at NUH at that time. And my brother-in-law is a doctor. So thank God. But it was very, very difficult, even then. Now imagine if no one was there when she had taken that fall and she was on her own. And that is one of the reasons why this company and this technology is so important to me. But you'll hear more in a second. So after that, unfortunately, my mum had a stroke, and I worry every day about her falling. And one of the reasons I do what I do with our company is when I think about the people that we help save lives, I always think about my mum. So that's my why. I hope you don't mind me sharing. Part of the reason of that is now my mum gets to spend time with my son, her grandson, and I want that to last as long as possible. And I'm glad to share that this special lady, my hero, is right here, Corrine, my mama. So thank you, Mum. It made it easy. After all the technology I saw at Google and the technology we have here, it was an easy decision to do what I do here. And I'm hopefully one day excited to share that technology with each of you. Now I'd like to introduce our president of our company, flying more than 28 hours to get here to Singapore, Mr. Dustin Hillis.
By a show of hands, how many of you own a senior living facility of any kind where you're one of the people that manages a facility? Do we have any facility managers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. It is so important. By a show of hands, how many of you help support the people that manage senior living facilities? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's about a dozen. Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. It's so important. After 20 years in corporate America, I was CEO running 20 companies. We had an office in Singapore. We had offices in Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Bulgaria, London. We were in 50 different countries. And these businesses were basic standard businesses. We had several insurance businesses, financial planning companies, and most of the businesses were in the business of making money. And after 20 years of doing that, I said, man, what do I want to do next with my career? And there were two things that I wanted to do and invest the rest of my life doing. The first one is doing something that had a global impact. The second was something that whatever the product was, it helped save lives. And then the last thing was I wanted to work with friends. How many of you get to work with friends? Does anybody have a job where they work with friends? Well, the fact that I get to work with my longtime friend, Theo Davies, it just is a highlight of my career. Once again, this is the second time we've worked together. We've known each other for almost 20 years. And I love being able to come back to Singapore and now working with you guys. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Can anybody hear the accent? Yeah. And Tennessee is a wonderful place. If you've ever been, has anybody ever been to Nashville, Tennessee? It's the music city of the world. Anybody like country music? Dolly Parton? Yeah, I live next to Dolly Parton, so very cool. So our mission at SafeSpace is very important. Our vision is to be the global leader in ambient AI technology. And our mission is we help save lives. So we're a publicly traded company. So if you wanted to check us out, just go to the stock market and type in HITC on any of the stock apps, E-Trade. It's publicly traded. You can check it out and go ahead and buy the stock today. And what is interesting, though, is as we are expanding, as we're acquiring businesses, the businesses we're interested in and the technology we develop are only the ones that save lives. That's our focus. We think that AI is an interesting thing. I actually interviewed the AI robot out here. Did anybody see the robot? I just interviewed it, and I was asking it, what do you think about AI? And it was responding to me. And what our goal is we want to be the guys that train AI for the good of humanity. See, AI is the most powerful tool that's ever been invented. And that tool is only as scary as the people programming it. So we are training AI to save lives, and we are training AI to be a force for good, and we are training AI to help people in the senior living communities all across the world. Culturally, we have our core values, which are listed here, and our values are how we make all of our decisions. So when we hire people, when we fire people, it's based on our core values. So core value number 1 is we love to have fun. Having fun is a requirement here at SafeSpace, and if it's not fun, I'm out. As soon as it becomes boring, corporate, whatever, bye-bye. So that's value 1. Number 2 is integrity. This is so important. We do what we say we're going to do. If you run your business that way, it will be a successful business. So out of all 50 team members here at SafeSpace, you can hold us accountable to, we do what we say we're going to do. The third core value is we invest and invent technology that matters. We don't want to just do something that is just benign. We want to be on the cutting edge of the technology that pushes the future forward in a positive, meaningful way. And then the last one is customers come first. All of our products that I'm about to give you an overview of have come from feedback from the customer. We did not sit around in a bubble just thinking, hey, what would be cool to invent? Instead, Scott and our IT team went out and met with hundreds of senior living facilities, hundreds of communities, and interviewed the CEOs, interviewed the CNOs, interviewed the people taking care of people every single day, and said, what would make your life better? And that's what these products that we designed have came from. This is our team. Actually, it's even bigger than this now. This was a few months ago. As of today, there's 50 team members globally. So we have an office here in Singapore. We have a team of about 6 people here in Singapore. We also have a team in the Netherlands, and we have a team in the UK, and then all across the United States, from California to Florida to Texas to Tennessee and all around. So when I first started as president of the company, the first thing I did was I went to a facility where our technology was installed. I wanted to talk to the customers. I wanted to meet the patients. I wanted to see, okay, how does this work? So this is me. You can actually see me in the reflection taking the photo. And this is one of our cameras. And this product is called Text to Register. So in order to walk into the door, there's a sign, and the facial recognition software sees you, and you text message, and it registers you into the facility, and then a green light turns on, it says open, and you walk in, and you only have to do it once, and then every time you come to visit your loved one, the doors just open, and you don't have to sign in, you don't have to do anything. It's a very cool technology. And so that was my first impression. I was like, wow, this is awesome. So then I walk in and I meet with the vice president of the facility, and I started saying, okay, how does this impact your life? What are the things that you benefit from using our AI patented technology? And he goes on to say, look, it reduces residents' fall and injuries. You know what the most expensive thing is for us as senior living providers? Falls and injuries. Would you guys agree with that? So our technology helps prevent and predict that. Second, he said elopements. He said, we have people with dementia here. And elopements in the U.S. is somebody that is a risk of leaving the facility with dementia. Does that translate? Yeah. So in the United States, there's fines if they leave the facility unsupervised. And so he said, that's a big need that we have. He said automated guest registration. There's people coming and going, and we don't have enough staff to be able to keep track of all the guests. He said that's a big problem that we have, and this technology was solving it. Lowering the citations, lawsuits, boosting employee morale, and saving time for management doing investigations. Has anybody in the room ever had to do an investigation before? Takes a long time. Our software takes what used to take 8 hours down to 8 minutes for an investigation. And here's what the products are that came from real use in senior living facilities all across the United States. The first one was Safe Trace Rapid Investigations. So again, what used to take 8 hours with an investigation where you're manually watching the tape to see what happened, somebody that fell, some incident that happened at your facility, the AI technology with one click of the button using facial recognition software will tell you 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, every single thing that person did inside of your facility. It's amazing. The second one is SafeSpace Access Control. So with the access control, that is the text to register product with the story I just told. So when you're walking in, instead of needing a kiosks are going to be a relic of the past. Facial recognition technology will get rid of kiosks. In the United States, there are basketball stadiums that you buy the ticket and you put a picture into the AI and you walk into the basketball game, you buy your snacks, everything is charged to your account based on ambient AI technology. It is the future, and that's what our technology will do for senior living facilities or any facilities that you guys might have. Safe face time and compliance. So if there's staffing and you're wondering, hey, do my people really show up at 9 a.m. and do they really leave at 5 p.m.? Or do they really do a 10-minute smoke break? Or is it more like a 30-minute smoke break? Well, this actually, through facial recognition AI technology, clocks people in and clocks people out automatically. And then the wonder protection is with the elopement risk that we were talking about to stop people from leaving that you don't want to leave. So it's a list. You identify them as an elopement risk, and then the fall monitoring. The feedback around this has been tremendous. So we have been meeting with lawmakers all across the country at the highest level. So Senator Marsha Blackburn is the first female senator in the state of Tennessee. She received a demo of our product, and she said, every senior living facility and every school in the state of Tennessee and across America and across the world needs this. She said, she's in charge of the Judicial Committee in the United States of America, and she said, there is nobody doing it the way you guys are doing it at the highest level, not cutting corners, doing it right, and focused on this mission. And that's her in the bottom corner. And then the gentleman in the top right is the Senate Majority Leader for the state of Tennessee. And he said, this is game changing. And we need this all across all of our facilities in Tennessee. So we're starting from the top down. Scott and I are going to Washington, D.C. next month. And we're looking at getting this installed at state level. So we're so excited to be here in Singapore with you guys and helping to save lives all across Asia together with you. And with that, I'd like to bring up my business partner, Mr. Scott Boroff. He's the founder, CEO, 35 years of building businesses on Wall Street. And he has now been doing this for over the last 6 years. Okay, please give it up,
Dustin.
Mr. Scott Boroff.
Thank you, buddy. Well, the good news is he leaves me with 3 minutes, so it's not going to be long, but we got the man over there. So thank you for being here. Thank you to Janice Chia for the long game. Been doing this for 16 years. I've been doing this for 8 years, so it is a long game. It is an expensive game. I think she said she didn't make a profit until the 10th year. We still haven't made a profit yet, but we love this game. We love playing this game. And like Theo, my game started with my dad. My dad's been passed away about 20 years. And Dad's like, son, I'm not going to wear a watch. I'm not going to wear a lanyard. I'll stay here at the house, but I'm not going to nursing home or independent living. And that stuck with me. And so in 2016, after my last exit, I got the opportunity to start what was called Indie Living, short for independent living. And our goal and our mission is, like Dustin said and Theo said, is to have fun, save lives, create something that means a difference. And so we took the first 2 years literally calling on, because I didn't come from the healthcare space, so I had to go learn it. So I had to call on, over hundreds of facilities, talk to nurses and doctors, CNAs, and find out what the problems was. And so we found those problems. We've been working on those problems for the last 6-7 years. And we have about 15 provisional patents. And as Dustin talked about, we've got about 5 products that actually solve problems in the facilities. In 2018, we went public. So it's nice to be a public. And when you go public, you have to have a team. And we spent the last 5 years building the team, building the product, and building the team that solves the product, and then now we're executing. So we're in facilities across the country. We're excited to be here. It's my birthday this week, and I'm gonna fly 20-something hours just to be here in Singapore. What a beautiful city. But this is one of our patents. We talked about patents. So again, as a company, we're not just creating stuff to have patents. We're creating patents that matter. So again, we use ambient technology. So we've tried sensors, we've tried LiDAR, we've tried radar, and we failed at all of them. But the thing we're successful at is with our camera technology and our ambient vision. We also have a patent for the system and a method for assessing and the validity of a transaction. And for us, what that means, we've all heard, Mom didn't get her medicine today at 2 o'clock. And so it stirs an investigation. Well, with our product, like they talked about, we can take that 8-hour process and turn it into 8 minutes and say, well, she did get her medication, and here's why. We came back from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and J.H. Hahn, which is the vice chairman and CEO of Samsung Devices, stood up and said, we've tried lanyards and we failed miserably. And AI, ambient technology is the future. And Dustin looked at me and said, did you tell him to say that? And I said, no, I didn't, but I got it on video. So we know ambient technology is the future, and we're here to help. And there's a copy of our, if you take your cameras out and take a picture of that right there, we would love you to visit our website. We'd love you to come see us at our booth over here. We'd love to partner with you. And I've made a commitment to this industry to solve problems. Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Theo.